So I start off by applying some cream, and I use the Nip and Fab Bee Sting cream, and I really recommend this if you have normal to dry skin. It's really thick, so I don't recommend it for oily skin. Then I go in with my Nip and Fab Dark Circle Fix. So I apply this all the time just because I do have dark under eye circles. So when I do my makeup, I always start with my face, and I like using the L'Oreal True Match foundation because it gives me really good coverage, but at the same time, it's not super heavy on my skin. Because one thing I do not like is when my face looks very cakey. Then I do some color correcting, and I use the Wet n Wild color correcting palette. So I use the purple because that helps like under eye circles, and you can't see my under eye circles that much now since I did put foundation on. So that's what I do, and then I go in with my beauty blender and blend all that in. So for concealer, I use the NYX HD concealer, and this is my second time using it ever. So I can't really tell you if I recommend it or not, but so far it's been good. So I apply concealer under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, on my chin, and on my cupid's bow, and I blend it all in. So for powder, this is my holy grail product. It is the Palladio Rice Powder in the shade Translucent. And what I do is I just grab a lot of it and I apply it under my eyes, and I just basically apply it everywhere I put concealer and I'm baking. So I just leave that there for a while. And now for contouring, I use my e.l.f. contour brush and my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette. So I grab the color Havana and I put some on my brush, and I just do one line going down the hollows of my cheeks. Then the remainder of the product that stays on the brush I do on my forehead, and then I go back to the hollows of my cheeks and I just start blending all that in. Now to contour my nose, I use a nose shader brush, and I use the same color Havana, and I just draw 2 lines on each side, and then I put a little bit on the tip of my nose. Once I'm done contouring, I grab a powder brush and I start taking off all of the translucent powder I baked on my face earlier. And every time I'm taking some powder off, I'm rubbing it on a towel and then going back and forth, just so the brush is clean each time. And now to highlight my face, I use the Lorac Perfectly Lit highlighter in the shade Radiance. Now I'm applying some of this CoverGirl powder all over my face in the shade Creamy Beige. Now for the brows, I like to brush them out first just to remove any like powder and foundation that may have gotten on it. And I use the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown.
I was made for you, but you are afraid to see behind your back. You don't think love will last, babe.
And now for the final touches for my eyebrows, I get the Salon Perfect eyebrow palette, and I use the shade lighter than my actual eyebrows, and I use that to fill in the beginning of my brows. And then I grab the darker shades and I use that just to fill in any spots that the dip brow didn't get.
I will let you fall.
So I do apply a little bit of eyeshadow, but before I do, I apply the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer all over my lids. Then I use my Naked Basics 2 palette and I grab the color Stark. It was the second eyeshadow you saw on there, and I just apply it all over my lids just because I think it gives it that cleaner look. And now for eyeliner, I use this brand called Black Radiance, and it's a matte eyeliner. Once I'm done with eyeliner, I move on with eyelashes because, let's face it, I have the smallest eyelashes in the world. So the eyelashes I'm using are the Kiss Natural Flourish Blooming Lash, and they are my ultimate favorite drugstore eyelashes. For my bottom eyelashes, I'm applying some of the Miss Mango Rock mascara from L'Oreal. over that with the Maybelline Rocket Volume Express Mascara, and I use this for my bottom lashes as well as the top lashes. And now to clean up my eyebrows a little bit, I use the NYX concealer.
I was made for you, but you are afraid to see behind your basket. You don't think love will last, baby. You need.
And now for lips. So my ultimate favorite lipstick color is the MAC Velvet Teddy. And you would think I would use the MAC Velvet Teddy lip liner, but I don't. I actually use the NYX lip liner in the color Peekaboo, which is the dupe for Velvet Teddy.